G'day everybody and welcome to another All Things Essendon video. With the news that Jack Silvagni had a bit of a chat or a catch up with Brad Scott coming out in the media yesterday, I thought it'd be a good idea to do a video on Jack Silvagni, his career to date, his contract status and where it kind of lands, some stats about him, will he fit in our team, all that sort of stuff. So be a cool little video. If you enjoy this sort of content or you're a Bombers fan, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We might be going live tomorrow evening before our game against Geelong. Have a bit of a chat about Essendon stuff. So come join that. Come join the chat. It'll be good fun. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. So obviously Jack's 27 years old. Obviously the son of the great Sauce. Forward defender. Started as a forward. Moved into defence this year and has had a really, really solid year down there. Been one of their, probably almost their best defender when he's played. Obviously, he's had some injury troubles as well. But yeah, defender now, but can play forward. He was picked 53 in the 2015 draft. And funny enough, the Bombers were the person that put the bid on him at that pick 53. Carlton obviously matched the bid. Since then, played 128 games, 89 goals. And he's currently an unrestricted free agent, so that means we don't have to give anything up to get him if we did that. So have a look at his 2025 at a glance since going down back. It's obviously been a really good move for him. And then so these averages are player position based. So these are all from the AFL website. So just over under 14 disposals a game, just over 2 tackles, which is a lead actually. 6 intercepts a game, which is above average. Almost 3 rebound 50s, 5.5 spoils. Still the 3 score involvements, which is interesting, and his scoring chains are really good as well. Kicking efficiency is a little bit average, but the one-on-one loss percentage only 16%, which I think is pretty good for a defender in his first year doing that sort of thing. So there's some pretty good stats there. So above average on 3-4 of them. Elite in the score involvements and the tackles. His spoils, his intercept marking has been really good this season. So this is why I think a lot of people are a bit confused with why everyone's talking about him all of a sudden. You can remember, unrestricted free agent. So you don't have to give anything up if you do decide to go for him. And he has probably had his best season as a defender. And a lot of these stats, really kind of stack up to someone that you'd be looking for, and if you don't have to give up anything. So that's why there's a lot of talk around him at the moment. And yeah, there's just some stats I thought to show you guys. Yeah, it's really interesting to look at. Can he replicate this at another club or for years on end? We obviously don't know that. He can have a bit of injury troubles, which we'll talk about. But that's his stats at a glance for this year. So the situation as it stands. So it was reported last night, Wednesday, the 6th of August, by Jay Clark, that Brad Scott has met with Silvagni, but Essendon has not put a contract offer forward for Silvagni yet. They're obviously interested in him with a lot of our key backs continually getting injured. I know he's might be one of them as well if that happens, but obviously they're looking at options and seeing if they want to pursue that path. We'll see if he's even keen on it. Carlton and Collingwood had offers of 4 years around that 650, 700k mark. With the thought of Collingwood being in front, there's a lot of talk about him not wanting to be at Carlton anymore, or he wants to move and get a fresh start somewhere else. And yeah, Collingwood are in front of that offer. And there's, in that scenario, Byral reports and Western Bulldogs have also shown interest and will meet with Silvagni soon. They said they'll try to catch up with him and put an offer forward. They reckon they might have the most money for him in an offer, so that'll be interesting to watch out for. But there's obviously plenty of Melbourne clubs going after him. But I think the consensus is that Carlton will not be... he will not be at Carlton next year, should I say, and will be at a different Collingwood club. And a different AFL club. So my thoughts on it, obviously Silvagni had a breakout year, if you want to call it. I know he's 27, but he's had some decent years, but as a backman, really kind of reinvented himself as a really good option as a mid to tall defender. He's only about 194 centimetres, so he's not a giant, but he's that mid-sized defender, mid to tall. He's really good in the air. He reads the ball really well, and he just doesn't lose one-on-one contests very well. So that is why I think people are looking at him a lot more than he would if he was just another forward kicking 15, 20 goals a year sort of thing. So That'll be why. Can be injury prone. He done an ACL last year. He's had, I think it might be only 1 year where he's played every game. He's obviously injured for the rest of the season at the moment. I'm not sure how much that'll impact him in terms of off-season and pre-season into next year, but he can be injury prone, which is always a risk at the Bombers at the moment when all our injuries are basically tall defenders and tall rucks and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that can be a little bit of a worry or concern if he does decide to come to us. How bad are the Mackay, Reid, Ridley injuries, and can we get their bodies right? That's another question we've got to think of. If they're going to be a bit of trouble next year, especially earlier in the year, do you have to get someone like a Jack Silvagni in? You're going to have to get someone in to play those roles. It can't just be Laverde all the time. And this goes on to the next one. Could be an option if we don't re-sign Jackson Pryor. Now, I think Jackson Pryor deserves a contract for next year. I think he's been really good, especially the last 2 months in an undersized back line. He's got a good left foot on him. I'd be surprised if we didn't give him a contract, but it could be, I don't want to call it an upgrade, but an option that we go for if Jackson Pryor is not on our list next year. Or they could both play in the same team. Who really knows? Silvagni could take Redmond's spot. I'm not saying he's better than Redmond. He's probably a better defender than Redmond. But Redmond, when he's up and about, is really exciting and has a really good right foot on him and kicks plenty of goals coming from halfback and gives us a bit of run. So I don't think that'll happen. It's just about Mackay, Reid and Ridley. And then this last one down the bottom here, it could actually be our best one-on-one intercept defender. Ridley obviously is the best intercept defender when he's fit. He's just never fit. Let's be honest. As much as I love Ridley, Mackay is more. He can be a bit scratchy one-on-one sometimes. Reid obviously is the future, and we just need to get his body right. But he looked pretty good in this scenario, in this situation, should I say, this season when he played. Laverde tries his heart out, but I think Silvagni would be better at him one-on-one, and especially in intercepting. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the situation, and what I think about if he'd be a fit for us. I'm not 100% sure if he is a fit for us. To be like honest, I kind of at first I was like, oh, this could be really good for the Bombers and a good fit. And kind of thinking into it more, I just don't think it works. Especially if you've got players like, you don't want to have like Archie Roberts missing out. Even players like Angus Clark, Zach Johnson, Newen. I know they're young guys who probably aren't ready, but do you really want to stunt their development for a Jack Silvagni who's 27? Not so sure. So, yeah, interesting one to see how it goes going forward. But that's kind of my thoughts on the situation. What would you sign Jack Silvagni? Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Is he worth pursuing and trying to get on the list? How many years would you give him? What money would you give him? Is he a fit? All that, let me know in the comments below. Let's have a chat about it. I enjoyed that sort of conversation about the Bombers and trade targets. So, yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about Jack Silvagni. Now, my prediction is he signs to Collingwood on the 4-year, 650 to 700k deal that's been reported. This one's been gaining traction over the last couple of weeks. He's not going back to Carlton. I'd be surprised now after all these reports coming out that he's met 3 clubs and there's some leaks happening somehow. So is it from his management? Is it from Sauce himself? Is Silvagni, Jack himself, annoyed at Carlton? Like, there's a bit going on here. So I reckon he's then going to end up at Collingwood, which, yeah, probably is a good fit, to be honest. They've already got an undersized defence. He's got to fit that mould with them. They'll probably get his body right, and he'll probably play really well for them. So are we going to be able to do that at the Bombers? With our history, probably not. So goes to the Collingwood on the 4-year deal. That's where I reckon he ends up. And watch me be completely wrong on this, but that's my guess anyway. Other than that, I think that's the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this sort of content. Let me know which player you want me to do something like this on next. Enjoy doing this sort of stuff. Anyone that's linked to Essendon, let me know in the comments, and we'll do a video about it. And we'll be back tomorrow, with a live stream just before the Geelong game. It'll be on for about an hour and a half, just chatting Essendon, having a bit of a fun and laugh together. So make sure you join that. It'll be good fun, and have a good day. Cheers, guys.